Hello, I'm Sora Luxon, and this is the tarot card Strength, sometimes transposed as Fortitude and Judgment. Strength is she who leads the lion. This is the feminine progeny of the flaming sword, attributed to Leo, primalcy tamed by our subtler or finer selves, a powerful harmonizing force which settles disputes and induces cooperation. Here we have a big energy card in card 8, exuberance, enthusiasm, passion, but these are kept in harmony. You have the mental and physical being harmonized here, representing someone who has a very big passion for what they do, a lust for life, up to and including very fulfilling or rewarding and satisfying physical encounters. These are often sexual in nature. Having authority over and enjoyment of these primal or carnal needs. This is also a problem solver and outside the box thinker. Someone who's likable, someone who's adaptable, someone whose presence in a situation is going to bring a successful outcome. A person who loves what they do, but also understands fully when an oppositional force or obstacle or adversary, if it's another individual, who is facing them, who they are, what they will do. And they're able to use masterful authority, powerful sovereignty, and dominance to maintain management over any confrontation there. This card is symbolic of having possession of your own power and capabilities, of having full ownership of your own strengths, having mindful and masterful control or authority of your own life, of situations and circumstances, specifically during a period of turmoil or daunting challenge. Aspiration, hope, zeal, enthusiasm, these are all words attributed to this card. Enthusiasm for a task or a challenge, being eager to confront something you might have otherwise been fearful of, and then fulfilling or finding a successful and personally confirming completion of it. Passion, governing your own anxiety or controlling your fears, having rule, command over those fears and oppositional forces, both internal and external, liberating yourself from those things that create panic and distress, loosing the chains of repression or suppression that were constraining you, freely rising above the influences of something or someone oppressive. You can see the fertility and power conveyed here, and that is an ardor for life, a passion for thriving, while having the ability to combine energies into one focused point, into one strong operation. So unity is conveyed here as well. You also have the infinite equilibrium of both the physical and emotional. You have this eternal stability of balanced forces. Keep in mind that this is a dignified card. Strength isn't being shown here as something being beaten down or some huge muscular person, right? You have no huge masculine force that's actively destroying something in this card. Here we have activity, but that activity is feminine and in a state of clean, unhurried, masterful poise, masterful, relaxed wisdom. We have a relaxed and discerning, graceful individual who's not vanquishing, but taming. This is the beast being tamed by the authority of real strength, real control, a primal force being not destroyed, but brought to willing obedience. So what to do? If you pull the strength card for yourself, face and confront any obstacles or opposing forces, either internal or external, with your own strength. That's what's being suggested here. That you have the authority and power within yourself to do that and find success. Bring the beast to heel. That's another suggestion being made. Whatever that beast may be, it's time to tame it. Let go of your fears, release them, and embrace life fully and without concealment or disguise. Be open and honest, be vital and creative, and just freely out there with no hesitations or masks. Be yourself freely and passionately. Let your guard down. Be masterful and guide your passions, but don't be afraid. You've got this. Own yourself and who you are publicly. That is where your power, your strength is going to flow most freely from. Take charge and demand a higher standard from yourself. By letting go of narcissistic self-interests, we can embrace much more powerful strengths that can be harnessed from collective goodwill and collective cooperation from others. People like you, so allow them to. Now, if you pull strength reversed, this can show being unable to control a fear. Here we can have weakness, someone who's being overtaken or overwhelmed by events or situations, or oppositional forces. This can be a card of inner turmoil, inner afflictions or sufferings, mental depressions, anxieties, someone who feels deficient in some way or frail, a mentally or physically situational victimhood, right? You have a victim here, or being someone's victim, or someone who feels like they are the victim. A bothersome or harmful sexual encounter can be displayed here, or dissatisfaction with a sexual contact of some kind. Feeling oppressed or subjugated, or possibly having untamed, chaotic, out of control habits or behavioral tendencies, such as addictions or extreme emotional states that aren't being controlled or balanced well within an individual. So what to do? Whatever it is that's confronting you, or the obstacle you would overcome that you aren't currently, recognize that it isn't being controlled or balanced well. It isn't being overcome, and not everything is always under our control. Sometimes someone or something is going to be beyond your individual ability to maintain authority over or manage well. And that may be what's happening here. Also, it might be time to take a hard look at yourself and realize that it's possible that it's you who are ravaging someone or something, or it's you who's being savage, tearing into someone, creating problems. And that doesn't stem from strength, but instead from insecurity. That's where you're functioning from. That kind of emotional upheaval and display, lashing out, that's coming from a place of insecurity, self-doubt, anxiety, internal terrors. Real strength and control is an elegant and distinguished dance of power. So overt or out of control displays of strength aren't strength. They aren't strong, and they can only serve to weaken you. Stop swinging for the fences and be okay with humbling yourself. If you're lashing out at others, step away. Stop. Just defuse the situation by removing yourself from it. Calm down and relax yourself. It's okay to not be a part of every battle. Some battles can't be won or aren't worth winning, and it's wise to be able to recognize that. And sometimes an obstacle or adversary really is just greater than your abilities to take dominion of. You might have bitten off more than you can chew here, or misjudged an opponent or an obstacle that you're facing. So submit. This isn't the time to be obstinate. Sometimes submission is necessary and the best course of action. Stop trying to create an outcome or influence the outcome. Back up, back off, and step away. Remove yourself from the dynamic. Sometimes this can mean removing yourself from a harmful environment or a relationship that's become toxically harmful, and that's no longer either physically or possibly mentally safe for you. So recognize that and stop engaging in it. Stop trying to win or fix things. Just walk away. That's strength. Until next time.